Okay, this is a really good question.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
Okay, I know it's tiresome at this point, but guys, I'm so sorry, okay? I apologize in the middle of almost every video, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry that my fan is on, and I'm sure the mic can pick it up. It is so hot in here. I don't know what else to do. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about this. So big shout out to the YouTube members and Patreon members at that. When I ask you guys, hey, can you give me some questions or topics you want discussed? You guys are pretty quick with it. So big shout out to you guys. And if anybody else wants to support the channel or you want me to answer anything, I post this all the time. If you're a YouTube member, you'll get it. If you're a Patreon member, you'll get it on Patreon. So anyways, that's besides the point. Let's dive into this. Aiden the Lit Kid asked this question. Now, Jeremy Sohan's multicolored haircut. I like yours too, but I'll probably answer that one a different day. But Aiden the Lit Kid says, do you think that Malaki Branham and Blake Wesley are the type of players you would send to the G League? That is a fine question. Well, I think that honestly, this is the short answer, okay? And then we'll go into why. Short answer is yes and no, okay? I'll start with your boy, not Blake Wesley. Here we go. Malaki Branham. Malaki, he's the type of player to me that is already pretty concrete in what his game is, okay? He's very poised. He knows how to get to his spots. He has a really quick release, nice catch and shoot player, efficient three-point shooter. He's one of those guys that he doesn't necessarily have to have the ball in his hands to be efficient. Now, I think over the years, as time goes by, he's going to be one of those type of players. But as it stands right now, I think that Pop definitely will have a use for him, and he'll be able to develop throughout this season in the league, like the entire time. Also, one thing to keep in mind is Malaki Branham was supposed to be a lottery pick at some point. I think the things slowed down for him during the season, and that kind of hurt his stock a little bit, but he was supposed to be a lottery pick, if not right outside the lottery. So this is an absolute steal. I don't necessarily see him spending any time in the G League. If it is, it's going to be minimal, okay? It's not going to be a lot of time whatsoever, because he's just so defined in what his game is. When it came to Josh Primo going to the G League, it made a lot of sense, only because he's coming off, or he was coming off a season in which he wasn't really in his purest form. He had to be a catch and shoot for Alabama, and the Spurs wanted him to eventually transition into being a guy that can more so just take on the offense himself. He did that mic. What was I about to say? That microphone? I don't know what I was about to say. I don't know. Can you guys hear me on the mic? I don't know. I don't know what I was about to say there. But he made that sacrifice. That's what I meant to say. He made that sacrifice in which he took on more of a catch and shoot role and kind of a facilitator for Alabama. So, but it made sense for him to go to the G League and get the opportunity, because with the San Antonio Spurs, it was going to be DeJounte Murray's team. Like, you were going to play through DeJounte and Keldon, so he wasn't going to get those opportunities, those type of touches. Now he will. And Malaki Branham, I don't think he's in that same category. He's already pretty defined in what type of game he has. And on top of it, he's going to make for a fine off-ball shooter anyway. Just to add on to that point, Noah Magaro actually posted this. Malaki Branham shot 55% on spot-up attempts in Las Vegas, which is insane. Which ranked in the 86th percentile at Summer League. Minimal dip on his long-range catch and shoot jumpers, solid shot prep, quick release, and smooth and compact motion. And I agree with all this. But yeah, so I don't think Malaki will be sent. Now, with that being said, Blake Wesley, I could definitely see him being sent, and I think even he knows that. I'm pretty sure the Spurs have probably even talked to him about this. The type of game he has, while he's stupid athletic, he's still pretty undisciplined in his game. Like, sometimes he makes really bad turnovers, or he'll take shots that you just shouldn't take, that are just bad shots. And he has to build on a little bit of muscle too. His game isn't as refined as Malaki Branham's is. And just to add on to that point, here we go. Noah once again. Blake Wesley ranked in the bottom 4th percentile as a half-court finisher while having a summer league high 14 shots blocked. His burst is insanely impressive, but the overall streakiness and shooting touch are things that need the most work right now. So I just find it very strange, and I found it strange throughout the entire summer league. Okay, I watched all these games, and some of the reactions were, oh, Blake Wesley's the best player we have. Oh, Blake Wesley should be the point guard for us right now. And I never really understood that because he was very inefficient at times, but I did understand the excitement and the athleticism, and I do like him, and I think he's going to be a fine player. He's a big upgrade from Lonnie Walker. I think when it's all said and done, he's going to be a huge upgrade from Lonnie Walker. But with that being said, no, he needs a lot more work. He wasn't as poised as the others, and I think part of it too is fans kind of see someone that's putting in effort and they just automatically say, oh, he's the one that cares. And it's like, no, not necessarily. He feels like the odd man out, just like he said when he was doing the practice with the Spurs, when he was working out for the Spurs, that is. He felt like he was the odd man out and he had to really prove himself. And that was the same thing in the summer league. He just really had to prove himself because he knew that once the season starts, he's not going to necessarily get as many touches as Malaki or Josh Primo because he just needs to work on his game a little bit more. But yeah, so out of those two, I don't think Malaki will. I would be kind of shocked. I would think it's a waste of time. I think I'm gonna just stick with that take if he does. If it's short term, cool. But if they try to do that long term, I think that's a waste of time. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But when it comes to Blake Wesley, I think it makes complete sense, especially with Primo trying to come into his own. We already know Sohan more than likely is going to be with the team. And the G League is really good for guards. So I don't know. I just think that Blake Wesley more than likely will be with the G League. But anyways, you guys let me know what you think. Once again, big shout out to Aiden the Lit Kid for commenting this. And if you guys want to support the channel, the links are below. It's only $2 a month. Become a YouTube member, patron, whatever you want to do. But yeah, anyways, I'll give it to you guys later. If you want to support the channel, it's there. But yeah, deuces.